Neosho, Missouri, app. A Missouri youth baseball team is moving ahead with a raffle of an R-15 rifle despite criticism it received after a similar gun W. At ESA 4031M, at PO2, Democrats anti-protect children abortion, lie to minorities just to vote, cheat at elections Obama gate, hate our troops defund military, hate at POTUS impeach, party of illegals ampersand obstructionists time to change your affiliation crossovers welcome red nation rising. At Charlie Kirk 11. If gun control worked, Chicago wouldn't have had 625 gun deaths last year. Almost all of them were with handguns, not assault rifles. We have a systemic culture problem in America that is a result of failing public schools and government programs that keep people poor.
Hating Olympian just got huge news about what he will be doing for remainder of Olympics. Americans disgusted. There was a time in our nation's history that no matter who was in office, the Olympics would be a time for the country to band together as we cheered our nation to victory. Entire families would get together to watch our nation's best and brightest athletes compete on the world stage to bring home the gold, and it did not matter what their politics were. However, that was before Barack Obama was in office, and when people kept their opinions to themselves and just focused on their sport, but not anymore. Today we live in a world where everyone has to tell everyone how they feel, and if you don't agree with them, you are immediately labeled a racist or a bigot, and, of course, our Olympic team did not disappoint. The American people have witnessed disgusting behavior from our athletes, but one athlete, in particular, crossed the line with his nasty comments concerning Vice President Mike Pence. For the past several months, openly gay figure skater for Team USA Adam
Israel's Netanyahu warns Iran on MEETIS Tower Resolve News DW 18.2018.
He has got. However, instead of Ripon facing any repercussions for his actions, he is being rewarded, which has Americans disgusted with his brand new paying gig. You can't take away the fact that Adam Rippon is a talented skater, but that is where the flattery will end, considering
Berlinale
his
opening Wes
loathsome
Anderson S. I
comments
Love Dogs is a
towards Mike
Japanophile
Pence.
S feast film
Even
DW
before the Olympics
15.2018.
started earlier this month, the gay skater has been on his soapbox attacking VP Pence for his supposed anti-gay sentiments. Pence, who is forever classy, has ignored the constant jabs from the figure skater by taking the high road, trying to end the one-sided feud with Rippon. Though instead of Rippon taking the olive branch offered, he only escalated his insults by mocking Pence on social
Germany
media
considering free
alongside
public
openly
transportation
gay
to take on
American
air pollution news
freestyle
DW
skier Gus Kenworthy.
13.2018.
Soon afterward, Rippon competed in his sport, placing third, bringing home a bronze medal for Team USA, which was a huge upset for the flamboyant skater. You would think that this huge helping of humble pie would bring Rippon back to earth, but that didn't happen since he was offered a job at
Airport
NBC
controllers
to
trade a
work
tower
as
for a
a
screen-filled room wired
correspondent during the remainder of the Olympic Games. Here is more from NBC. With a personality as sparkling as his costumes, Rippon is one of Pyeongchang's breakout stars for both his skating and his story. Rippon is one of Team USA's first two openly gay athletes, along with slopestyle skier Gus Kenworthy, now his new best friend. When asked in December what it's like to be a gay athlete, the Pennsylvanian answered, "It's exactly like being a straight athlete. Lots of hard work, but usually done with better eyebrows." Already a bronze medalist in the team figure skating event, the 28-year-old said that even after his 10th place finish in the men's individual event, he still feels like a winner. Rippon was an alternate for the 2010 Vancouver Games and didn't make the 2014 Sochi team. Instead, he ate an In-N-Out burger with fellow 2018 teammate Ryan Agasu. His Olympic debut was a long time coming, and the internet freaked out when it finally happened. With luck, Rippon's 2016 quote of "I'm like a witch and you can't kill me. I keep coming back every year, and every year, I get better," will ring true, and the US will have years of Rippon to come, whether it be on the ice or behind the mic. You have to admit it is pretty upsetting to see this disrespectful athlete get rewarded for such
Swan song of the central bankers. Part
Part
5 The flat line does not spell recovery zero edge.
It is one thing to have an issue with policy, but when you are representing the country, that is the time for you to
The
keep your
director
mouth
under pressure
shut
to
about
resign
your
after
personal
Florida
opinion.
school shooting.
Rippon was sent to the Olympic Games in essence as an ambassador of the American
Munich Security
people, and the
Conference
majority
Europe
of
Elusive
America
Common
does
Security
not hold
Policy News
Rippon's
DW
nasty
17.2018.
views. In the past, Rippon would have been publicly humiliated for his clownish antics.
Life
but
under
ever
siege, how
since
people
Obama
struggle to
invited
survive in
his
Eastern
to
Syria
the
military
sort
forum
behavior
planning
is
Syria
now
deeply.
applauded. Of course, NBC is free to hire whoever they want to help report on the Olympic Games, but we can decide not.
Let's look around. Now this is out there. Munich Security Conference. Europe's elusive common security policy bar news bar DW bar 17.2018. Wow. European leaders have failed to display cohesion on what type of common security policy the EU needs. Without a holistic approach, the bloc will never fully realize the security union, writes DW's Lewis Sanders. European leaders appear to agree on the need for a common EU security policy. At the Munich Security Conference, ministers and senior officials from across the continent offered their proposals and visions to secure the bloc in an ever more insecure world. But the variety of proposals raises questions about whether their leaders agree enough on the bloc's basic security priorities to be able to establish a common policy. German Foreign Minister Sigmar Gabriel seemed to acknowledge this when he said the EU not only needed to develop joint foreign policy tools, but also needed to generate internal cohesion on common interests. But how can cohesion be achieved when countries define security challenges so differently and prioritize their own national interests? I was sifting through some things and I found this. Militants from Chechnya and the North Caucasus were estimated at around 4,000 in Syria at their peak. Despite their small numbers, they've had a meaningful influence on the jihadi scene in the country, according to intelligence analyst Niall Hauer. Whoa, this is amazing. With limited access to food, medicine and fuel, the hundreds of thousands of people trapped in the eastern suburbs of Damascus have developed a wide range of strategies to get through the government's tightening siege. Wow. Urban activists and residents in Syria's third-largest city say Assad's forces have intentionally destroyed traditional buildings in the city center, but not for military reasons. The driving force is a controversial urban planning scheme called Homs Dream.